Thank you for joining For Our Special Kids, where we openly and honestly discuss the magic and the mess of raising a child with special needs. We are thrilled to have you here and hope this time provides you with some wonder and wisdom. I'm your host, Jennifer Lansing. Let's get started. Hello, everyone. I am excited to tell you that I am on holiday in the French Alps. So this is a very short episode. It's quite funny, actually. I was just having a conversation with my friend Kristen, and this is one of our little mini snippets that I pulled out because, first of all, she's amazing. She has an incredible podcast called Intuition Talks Podcast with Tina Moody. So go check that one out. I've mentioned that before. But what I wanted to highlight is that I think every single person needs to have a friend in their life that they can just have woo-woo crazy talks with and feel comfortable and accepted and able to share openly. Just make sure you have one of those friends. And if you don't, start manifesting it. Years ago, when I was living in Laguna Beach, I was alone. I didn't know anyone. And no joke, sat down and said to God or the universe, whomever you speak with, I need you to bring people into my life that accept me 100% for who I am. I just need you to bring those people to me, please. And within a couple of weeks, people just started trickling in that just loved me for me. There was no pretense. There was no, what are you wearing? What do you look like? Where are you going? How many followers do you have? There's none of that. It was just me. And I so encourage all of you to ask for that. If you don't have someone in your life that fully just loves you and lets you talk about anything and accepts you for who you are, just go manifest that. So take a little bit of time and do that. So this is, I dropped you right into this conversation of, I had just said something to the effect of like voices in my head, like when you're clairaudient, you hear things, so I hear things, and Teal, I know, is clairaudient. So I just drop you right in there, and Kristen says, don't call the police or call the police. I don't know. It's just funny. So that's right where that conversation started. And then we get into some fun stuff about how to clear your house, how I clear a room, how Kristen clears a room, and how our energy is probably the most powerful tool that we have. So never underestimate the power of your own words and the power of your own intention. And that's been a common theme the last couple of weeks. So I hope you enjoy the conversation. And as always, let me know what you think.
Don't call the police.
Right, exactly. Like, don't call the asylum. Don't take my kid away. I mean, I seriously never thought about it. I chuckle, but it's like, I mean, I go in head first into the IEPs with all this stuff. Like, boom, she's a healer. She's telepathic. She's boom. I mean, I go head first into it.
I love that you do that.
Well, but I never thought about the other side. And then I joke. I'm like, you can write me up as the crazy mom in the notes. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, they do know that I'm very down to earth, but I'm also trying to educate them on you've got to be different with this child.
Yes.
You have to. Like, there's someone she works with at school. When she's having a bad day, guess who has a bad day? Teal.
That's right.
I mean, it's almost like clockwork. Yesterday, it was palpable. She came down to pick up Teal, and I was like, oh boy, are you okay? And she's like, yes. We have a friendship too. So she's real. She's real with me. Like, and I would rather have that than not. But guess who had a horrible day at school yesterday?
Yeah.
She was hitting. She was throwing, like pushing things off her table. She was upset.
And you know what? How difficult for Teal to be an empath and to be absorbing all of that. And she's trying to, I'm sure, heal her aide, but she has all this energy that she doesn't know what to do with. So of course she's doing all those things because it's confusing, even for an adult.
Yeah, to process emotion. And then she's feeling everyone else's. I need to put her in a bubble.
Again, it goes back to, gosh, hopefully more people will have awareness of, wow, I have an energy field. This can impact someone. You want to honor your difficult days, but also too, you're working with someone who has an energy field.
They also said all the kids were wonky yesterday. So you wonder, like, is it one person coming in and then just starting to spread their energy? Is it Is it the moon? Is it, I mean,
That's interesting. And you know what? Like, it would be cool to like just sage that room, clear the room. But you could do it energetically in a meditation. You can just ground the room.
that might be really positive for me to do. And her teachers does yoga with them and mindfulness breathing and all that. So I could even ask permission, like, hey, yeah, right. Because I don't like jumping into other people's spaces. But if I asked her like, hey, would you mind if I did a meditation to clear your energy from the room? Yeah. Not her energy, but the energy from the room.
And it could just be a chaotic energy that just is disruptive.
After the holiday, something could have popped in. And Teal's been, so interesting. There's definitely something going on. Teal was really scared in her bedroom a couple nights ago. Scared. And I pulled out my mama cards and I'm rocking her and I'm like, get out in my head. I'm like, yes. Everybody out. I don't know who's in her scaring her, but get out. I mean, yes. I put the bubble out and I burst everyone through and I was just like, you are not welcome here. I don't care what you've got going on. My daughter needs this. Oh, I was so angry. But then, I had to like, okay, once because she can feel all that, right? She's no dummy. She's
but you know what?
Everything that I'm saying.
I think that's the best way to kick a being out of some of your house is to set that boundary. You're not go to the light. You can say, get the fuck out.
I did. I literally, I was so adamant about it. And, she finally went back to sleep. Yeah.
Was that last night? When was that?
No, that was a couple of weeks ago. No, a week and a half ago.
Has it come back or has she had a bad night since?
No, she had a couple of nights where she didn't want to go into the room.
Oh, okay. Something was in there.
Something was totally. And so, and she slept with me one night. I was single parenting at that point. And, Alex was traveling and I don't normally let her come into my room. And it was just like, there's something in here and I just need to put her on me and let her sleep on me and feel okay again.
Yeah.
And then we kind of worked through it and she's fine now in her bed and in her room.
Do you think the thing is out?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
She wouldn't have gone back in.
Okay.
And I know when she's looking in certain corners, like if she's really adamant about, I'm like, get out, all of you out.
I have such anger when stuff like that happens in my house. It feels like a violation. Mm-hmm. And then I get angry at my spirit guides. I'm like, what's going on? Why are you letting this in? So I have a whole thing.
I thought about that.
I get so reactive. I'm like, screw all of you. You're not helping me. But then the message I get is you're powerful. We want you to learn how to clear your space. And I'm like, screw you. I want you to do it for me because I'm tired. But I get so mad at them.
I've got some essential oil, some sage essential oil. Maybe I'll make a little mix and just go in and spray the room real quick. Kind of her bedroom. Just kind of, let's just get, and I'll just do some mantras. It's a good reminder.
What I do in my meditation when things like that happen is I imagine my house kind of like, I imagine the earth and I imagine my house on top of the earth. And then I imagine a grounding cord under it and then a grounding cord going to the center of the earth. I also ask my power animals to come in. I mean, I'm asking all sorts. I don't even know. I just like start whipping stuff out like you were doing. Sage, I think it does help, but sometimes I think it just puts things to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Because I've saged the house and closed the windows and things feel better. But after a few weeks in certain areas, I feel like it just kind of knocks them out. Like I haven't really found that sage has helped me all that much.
That's good to know. Because I actually believe my energy is way stronger than an essential oil or smoke. I mean, if you really think about it. Yeah.
Just imagining a big ball of white light or just asking God to fill the house. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I've tried so many things. And eventually I think what helps is me just telling them to leave. And one thing has helped me is playing music that is very high vibe in that room.
Okay. Good stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Love talking.
We'll talk soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you found one or two meaningful nuggets of information to make your day better. If you think there's value in what we do, please take a moment to tell another friend, family member, or a caregiver. We'd love to hear from you at forourspecialkids@gmail.com. You can send in a question, a comment, a topic that you'd like to learn more about, or if you'd like us to highlight a certain person, please send that information to us. It makes our show so much better and so much more valuable for you. Our Facebook and Instagram handle is For Our Special Kids. And finally, remember to witness the wonder and the wisdom within yourself and others. Until next time.